Hey guys, what's up? My name is Midnight Strike 3625 and it's time to review yet another Assassin's Creed game to continue on our series review. Now, of course, by the title you should already know that I'm going to be talking about the second game in the series, as well as the game that took everything about the first game and flipped it upside down to make a brand new immersive gaming experience, the simply titled Assassin's Creed 2. And I have my Xbox 360 copy here for various reasons stated in the first game. I like the graphics better, I like the controls better, and I just like the overall feel and atmosphere a little bit better in the 360 version. But that being said, my girlfriend also has the PS3 version, and I played a little bit of that. Control scheme feels a bit weird, but I do appreciate that one as well. And anyone who has a PS3 only, I would highly recommend getting this game, regardless, because it is a must-have. I've actually reviewed this game once before in the past for my Classic Reviews series. It was actually one of my first game reviews for that series, so with that in mind, this is an amazing gaming experience. It's one that should not be missed. I absolutely love it. And, I'm not finished with my playthrough of it. I've actually played it 3 times now, but I'm on my 3rd playthrough, but this time I actually want to get 100% because I want to put myself in that immersive world that this game provides, and pretty much everything takes an emotional charge and gives you pretty much the motivation that you need to complete every single little task. So every time you go through it, versus rushing through the first one just to get the main plot, every time you go through this game, you actually feel emotionally charged to go out and complete various missions and various tasks that you wouldn't otherwise feel charged to do. So I've found that different styles of playing, different styles of going through the game, and different kinds of combat are very well utilized each playthrough. Because the first time I actually just went through, listened to music, didn't really appreciate the atmosphere, the surroundings, the character development, the dialogue. I didn't really appreciate any of that. I found myself lost, confused, and, I liked the combat. I appreciated the combat system, but I was very confused. But that being said, my second playthrough, when I reviewed it the last time, but, almost a year ago now, but last time I went through it, I found myself utilizing all of the things that were added in from the last game. So all the new things, like you can now hire courtesans. You can now hire the courtesans, which distract guards. They're like these girls that you can hire, and you can distract guards by pulling them away, so you can reach your destination unscathed, unharmed, and undetected. So then you can hire these thieves that will actually help you fight off the guards. So it all boils down to this strategy of how you want to play the game. This playthrough, however, I found myself actually utilizing smoke bombs, throwing knives, and pistols even more. Oh my god, I fucking love the pistol. I can't even explain how much I love the pistol. It comes in so handy during these slick situations where you couldn't otherwise find a way out of. So for me, there are various gameplay styles, and all can be utilized to provide this amazing assassination experience. So moving on to the characters, the last time I reviewed this, I did not have Joel and Ellie from The Last of Us to reference Ezio to, and I say that because before, I basically said Ezio was my favorite gaming protagonist. He is the embodiment of a perfect character development gaming protagonist. He starts off as a kid. You basically play from the time he's born to the time he dies, sometime in Revelations. So I will get to those games a bit later, but for now, Ezio, this is the story of a boy becoming a man. An assassin, rather. So, getting into that, the story and how they go along with it and the development, and like I said before, the emotional charge is all there. You can definitely feel a sense of urgency, and just the character development itself is off the charts. And like I said in my last review, Ezio is the embodiment of the assassin, basically, the video game assassin. So when you say assassin, you think Ezio, basically. So back to The Last of Us, though. The Last of Us is a Naughty Dog game that I've been looking forward to since 2011. And when it finally came to fruition, when I finally had it in my hands and I was playing it, I could not believe the immersion that I was seeing, that I was actually going through. I would definitely probably rate, The Last of Us way up there in terms of immersion, but when it comes down to the actual chemistry between Joel and Ellie versus Ezio's character development, I would probably say Ezio is the better character in my mind, but the more real characters and the more just gritty and down-to-earth characters are probably Joel and Ellie. But as far as my favorite in video gaming protagonist goes, probably Ezio, but Joel and Ellie are like right up there, neck and neck practically. So Ezio, favorite gaming assassin, and this game honestly is so good that it spawned yearly sequels. And now this is a full-fledged series with, like, I believe 5, 6 games. The fourth one actually just being released earlier today. I thought it got released on Halloween, so I didn't end up picking it up. But I'm going to probably review that one and then come back to Brotherhood. So Assassin's Creed series review might be a little bit messed up if you're watching it before the day that I review Brotherhood, Revelations, and 3. So just a quick forewarning. And like I said, I also reviewed this game in the past, so if you want to check out my base opinion on that game, on Assassin's Creed 2, then that pretty much is up to date, my current opinion, even though 9-10 months have passed. So with that being said, though, this is going to be more of a comparative review, as we just reviewed the first game. So the first game, it just felt like you were going through all these repetitive motions. You didn't really feel any emotion towards the character that you were, aka Altair. But this time you have Ezio, which you go through his entire life practically, and see him in a completely different light than Altair was given. Altair was basically a cold, ruthless killer who would assassinate anyone who got in his way, anyone he was asked to, whereas Ezio is a little bit more human, saying, in the DLC, of course, I'll take this little quote, "I only kill those who kill others, and you don't look like a killer," and he let the guy live. Whereas in the first game, Altair would basically be told to kill someone, bam, it's done. But all the investigators, all the people, except for maybe the pickpockets and the flag people where you're chasing around the flags, you killed every single one of them. So, I don't know. When it comes to the combat, though, the targeting system is vastly improved, because when you try to swing your sword at someone, or actually try to push someone down or knock someone over, throw them, per se, in the first game, it would just snap your sword, snap your target to the nearest standing opponent. Whereas in this game, you can actually walk over, and it's a little bit more lucrative when you want to actually target someone else. All you have to do is face them, basically. Move your directional stick or your joystick in the area that you want to face, and your light up thing, your highlighter, will actually go on to that other person, your target indicator, so you can actually start attacking them. It's a lot easier, and it's a lot less cumbersome and, clunky feeling than what you got in the first one. The stealth mechanic has also been refined. Pretty much every single element that needed ironing out in the first one was completely perfected in this game. I absolutely love it. I mean, for instance, in the first game, when you wanted to hide from someone, you actually had to hide. You were forced to hide in one of the pre-designated spots. This one, however, this game right here, this awesome, amazing game, gives you the freedom to run away from your opponents, and they won't chase after you. I mean, they'll chase after you, but you can actually outrun them. It's a little wanted area circle, kind of like on your map, much like GTA 4 did. So the map is a lot more utilized as well. You can actually see where you're going on the HUD, on the heads-up display. It shows all the landscapes, which are vast, open, and beautiful, as well as unique in their own way. In each and every city that you go to, you can tell it apart. So I can't praise this game enough. Honestly, it's one of my favorites, and it takes every single element practically from the first game and refines it and churned it out into a yearly series, with Brotherhood probably being my second favorite, and I still have to play Revelations. So this will be my first time playing through Revelations, and then when I get 4, I will get Black Flag tomorrow, and then I'll replay through 3. So not looking forward to that. But with that being said, I can't stress how good this game is. It's a masterpiece. I would rank this game a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. One of my favorites up there, next to Uncharted 2 in the Metal Gear Solid series, practically. I'd probably rate it up there with Uncharted 2. So, probably my second favorite video game franchise of all time. or my third, right underneath Uncharted or right on top. It's kind of neck and neck in there now that I think about it. So with that, thank you very much for watching. This is Midnight Strike 3625. Keep calm and rock on.